Hello and welcome to Paul's Engage channel. As you can see, there is a little locomotive. This is my Class 8 Freightliner, and its running number, if you can see there, is 08585, and it's a nice little unit runner. As you can see, it's got some quite nice details on it. Most of this is actually printed, it's not fitted, moulded, fitted grab rails or running rails. Got some steps, nice steps. Obviously, this is an 060 buffer beam, them pockets. Blue grab rails around the front, and if I can just manage to get this around without knocking it off the rails, you can see from the other side, that's quite good. Oh, too close, there you go. Nice representation now. It's got, what's the rails, but they're not separately fitted. They are popped moulding. Rear's okay as well, I must admit. This coupling is a bit loose, but I haven't actually tried that yet. It's got buffers, obviously not separately fitted and not sprung. They are part of the cast moulding. Nice paint job, good livery, and as you can see, it's well put together. Then I haven't taken this one apart for quite a few years, but I did buy this one second hand. It came without a box, and it also came with a couple of container wagons, DHLs, and these are good. They need some checks on them done. I've got the front coupler, and I've got a back coupler, but the middle one seems to only have one connector, and that's at this end. I haven't got the connector on there, but it looks as though that may have actually broken off. So I'm sure I have to see if I can find a spare part for that. But still, it's going. And they're quite nice free running units. Never had them these on the rail, but on the layout. But I do enjoy looking at them, and so if I can get that repaired, I can actually get the rake two together. That would be nice with that one. I say, but at the present moment, can only haul one, and never mind. But there you go. So anyway, this, going back to the Class 8, I'm going to have a little review on this, and to give it a bit of maintenance, and then I shall stick it on the track and see if I can get it to run. It has been running, and it was running quite well. I tested it yesterday, the other day, and yeah, it just needs a bit of a clean up, and just check to make sure it's not over oiled or too greasy, because sometimes Farish do tend to over oil some of their units, I've found. This is just one of three I've got left. I've got this Class 8, another Class 8, and the Class 37. And then I've got some rolling stock, obviously, a couple of the containers. I've got some wagons. I've got a small Pico rail freight wagon, which is still quite good, and then I've got some cattle trucks and a couple of coaches, a GWR and a Southern. So we shall have a look at them later and see where it goes. Anyway, let me just get this open and see what the mechanism is like. I'll be back soon. Well, I've turned the train over and it's just sitting on some paper here on between the rails, which is acted very nicely as a locomotive holder. On the bottom there it just says Graham, made in China, and by the looks of things we've got 2 screws holding on the keeper plates, and then you've got another 2 screws, it looks like possibly 3, to hold the body onto the engine, onto the body. Wheels don't look too bad, but here, as you can see, there is not a lot going on underneath, so this is going to be interesting, because so I haven't had this one open for a couple of years when I last serviced it, and I'm going to do it now because it's been sitting in a box in the storeroom indoors for the last 3 years, and I want to check to make sure that none of the oil is locked up and got any gunge on it, because it does tend to go a bit funny after a while. I've got some, believe it or not, some alcohol remover there, and I've got a oil pen, which again I've had a few years, so not that one. And that's my screwdriver. I've got some special oil. This is supposed to be pretty good for engines, which I've used in the past. I haven't had any problems with it. I've got a couple of small screwdrivers here, a pair of pliers, a pair of tweezers, and this is just the thing. Oh, I've got my pot for putting screws in it. So let me get set up and I shall take this apart. Okay, I've managed to get the plate off, and I found a spring which should keep this coupler a bit tighter and stop it from flopping about. The wheels gave a quick clean, and I've given the pickups a big clean, and as you can see from the bud, it's not very, it wasn't too dirty, but it was still dirty. Anyway, I'm going to put this back together again, and mind, because the wheels do tend to come off, because it appears that Graham Farish has done the old Bachman, which is skimped on some of the bits, and the non-driven wheels, the front and the back there, don't appear to be actually connected to the rods permanently, and they will fall off. So I shall put this back together again, and then we'll take the engine body off, and we can then have a look at the motor. So I shall be back in 5-10 minutes, and we'll get this body off and have a look at the motor. Here's the train. It's been taken apart, and we have a motor in the housing. It looks like a usual 3-pole motor, and the wheels together, and you can see it's got a worm drive on there, and it seems to be going okay. got a suppressor there, and then just wires, and don't want to take this apart because it seems to be okay. Just put that on there, on the track, take the body off, and I'll go and get the power and we will give it a go on the track. Right, as you can see, loco weighs in at 62 grams, which isn't too bad, and it's got die cast. The body's die cast, obviously. As you can see, this is all metal, so that adds to the weight. Some of this is metal and plastic, which is strange, but there you go. And this does actually run. So I put this on this bit of track. You can see it does run. It's pretty good. So I think it's a 3-pole motor. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, looks like a 3-pole motor. And to get it working, you have to put the screw back in here and on there, because it's got connectivity to the rails. But it goes very nice smooth little runner. So I shall put it back together again, and we will then put her onto the track. I must remember to put a dab of oil on the axles so that she's good to go. Don't want any oil on this bit. Some oil on the commutator might get have problems, so I might just put a dash of grease on the worm drive. But this is quite good, nice little motor. As you can see, definitely not DCC, and that's good. It's a Farish. It's nice. I like this one. It's pretty good. A heavy little motor. So let's get on and put this back together again. And here I have the train on the layout. Oh, wrong way. And this goes on here. As you can see, the first run of this train on this layout. And backwards. So typically it would run somewhere like this. That would be about the maximum running speed of the light. And then backwards. Typical running speed light. Well, there you go. Turn the power off. And that is using Bachman EZ command with number 10 lit, because that's for the DC locomotives or analog locomotives. So there you go, and train's working, and there you go. It should be good to go for another year. Hopefully I can get a roundy done soon, so that it can run better. I need to get a rolling road as well, so that I can run these in properly. I'll give them a service and a quick run. But that's the first train locomotive checked on. All looks okay. It's a 3-pole motor, no DCC chip should I say, and it runs perfectly fine. Lovely little motor. Get the smell of the old oxides as it's running, and no lights obviously. It is a very old model, but it still works and it still does what it should do. Like this model very much, and it looks quite good there. Look better when it's got a rake of trucks behind it, but we'll have to wait for that until I can get the layout in a better running condition. That's all for now. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe and come again.